The Sudirman Cup celebrates its 30th year in a few days' time in Nanning, China. On the 19th of May, the first BWF major event of the season will commence. Here's all you need to know about the main contenders in Group 1, who'll be battling for the TOTAL BWF Sudirman Cup 2019 crown. Top seeds Japan, who are in Group 1A with Thailand and Russia, face their own pressures. With Tokyo 2020 on the horizon, every major event carries enormous significance to the team. The Sudirman Cup is a prominent title missing from Japan's trophy cabinet. The men won the Thomas Cup in 2014, while the women recaptured the Uber Cup in 2018 after a 37-year gap. The Japanese are aware that this year is likely to be their best shot at the Sudirman Cup, boasting top-notch talent in all 5 categories. But in a curious twist of fortune, their strongest and most consistent performers in women's doubles seem vulnerable this season, having won only 3 HSBC BWF World Tour titles, just as the World Mixed Team Championships draw near. They'll also be hoping that Arisa Higashino recovers in time from the ankle injury she suffered at the Badminton Asia Championships 2019. Japan will open their campaign against Russia on the 20th of May, with Thailand taking on the Russians the following day. The highly anticipated tie between Japan and Thailand will be played on the 22nd of May.
私たちにとって初めての団体戦で、出れるかどうかはまだわからないんですけど、出れた時は日本チームとして一勝を挙げられたらいいかなと思います。
It's been 30 years since the Indonesians won the Sudirman Cup. That was in 1989, when the tournament debuted in Jakarta. Indonesia is hoping for a strong performance this time, given their strength in men's singles, men's doubles and women's doubles. The Indonesian Badminton Association has announced a 20-member squad, with young guns Jonathan Christie and Anthony Sinisuka Ginting representing Indonesia in men's singles. World number ones Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo will compete in men's doubles, as will Muhammad Ahsan, Hendra Setiawan and Fajar Alfian Muhammad Rian Ardianto. Gregoria Mariska Tunjung and Fitriani will lead the women's singles charge, while Gracia Poli and Apriyani Rahayu will compete in women's doubles, with Nikitut Mahadewi Istarani likely to be a reserve player. Placed alongside Denmark and England, Indonesia's road to the knockout stage seems fairly simple, with the Danish squad going through a period of transition. The matchup between the two will be the final encounter of Group 1B on the 22nd of May.
Karena kita tahu bahwa Sudirman Cup adalah salah satu target dan salah satu pertandingan yang cukup penting, karena nama Bapak Sudirman dipakai sebagai kejuaraan bergu campuran ya, dan Indonesia baru 1 kali. Tentunya kita juga berharap bahwa pertandingan di sana nanti kita bisa mendapatkan hasil yang maksimal. Persiapan sendiri dari semua sektor, kita saat ini terus mempersiapkan diri, tidak hanya untuk menuju Sudirman, tapi juga dengan adanya kualifikasi Olimpiade itu juga.
Group 1C with Chinese Taipei, Korea and Hong Kong promises to be the most closely fought cluster in Group 1, with each of these teams capable of causing an upset. Chinese Taipei is seeded 4th based on the world ranking of their top players and pairs on the 5th of March 2019. The team has 2 strong singles players in Cho Tianchen and Tai Tzu Ying, while in doubles, Li Yang and Wang Qilin are critical to their fortunes. Defending champions Korea haven't had much to shout about lately. Sung Ji-hyun and Son Won-ho's recent injuries are enormous setbacks. However, the recent success of their women's doubles pairs, Kim So-young and Kong Hee-young, will boost the aspirations of a team that seems to be finding their footing this season. The Koreans, who exceeded all expectations in the last edition with a young squad, will surpass any achievement in their history if they can repeat their Gold Coast heroics. There are no easy fixtures in this group. Chinese Taipei open their campaign against Hong Kong on the 19th of May, while Korea will face Hong Kong the next day, and the final tie sees Chinese Taipei lock horns with Korea on the 22nd of May.
지금 했던 거 그대로 경험해가지고 단체전인만큼 더 책임감 있게 경기를 뛰려고 생각하고 있어요.
China, seeded 2nd, are favourites to top Group 1D, but will have to contend with a strong challenge from India and Malaysia. The hosts face the daunting prospect of regaining the trophy in front of an expectant home crowd, with a team that has a few questions to answer. Once nearly unbeatable in women's singles and women's doubles, their fortunes in these two categories took a downturn after the Rio Olympics. However, there have been signs recently that things are looking up. Chen Yufei and Chen Qinchen, Jia Yifan's victory at the Yonex All England Open 2019 proved that China is still a force to be reckoned with in these two categories. India will be banking on their strength in singles with the likes of Pusarla Sindhu, Saina Nehwal and Kidambi Srikanth in their lineup, while their doubles pairs can be dangerous opponents. Malaysia, meanwhile, will be without the services of Lee Chong-wei after doctors advised him against exerting himself. Malaysia have strong pairs in men's doubles and mixed doubles, and if their emerging players in the other disciplines can deliver, pre-tournament expectations in the group could turn topsy-turvy. Malaysia clash with China in their opening fixture on the 19th of May before facing India on the 21st of May. The final fixture sees China face India in a tricky encounter on the 22nd of May.
其实你像陈雨菲，其实我也看过他的一些比赛啊，其实他还是比较稳当的一个球员啊，总体来说我对他的评价还是比较好的。另外一个像男单的石宇奇，石宇奇我觉得也应该可以敲这个担子，当然就是也要看教练组怎么安排，因为还有陈龙，这些都是还是可以选择的。像双打你刚才讲的这个刘雨辰啊、李俊辉啊这些，包括混双啊，其实我觉得都是很有看头。主要我还是希望他们能够把这个心态放好就行了，把自己最好的打出来。其实没有人会说他，不管是输赢，我觉得其实不管是看的人也好，或者教练也好，或者他自己也好，最好就是能够把自己东西完全的发挥。如果是好的话，能够超水平，那就是完美。
At the conclusion of the round-robin phase, the top two teams from each group will advance to the knockout stage to compete in a single elimination tournament.